Redwoods. I guess I didn't know.
Well, it's been a while since my Spaceland video, and I apologize about that. I've been trying to get ready for my college to start back up again, and what better way to celebrate classes starting than to upload a video the day before they start, am I right? Anyways, welcome back to part 2 of why Infinite Warfare Zombies was so great. Today's sponsor is Newman's Own Lemonade, the drink that got me to drop soda, hopefully for good. I also hope you guys liked the intro, as that intro took up the bulk of my brain power over the last few weeks, trying to make it as decent and as 90s feeling as I possibly could. Without any more fluff, let's get into it. If you have known me for a while, you would know that my favorite zombies map is from IW Zombies. At the time of the trailer revealing DLC 1, I was excited, but I wasn't sure as to why I was excited. When Rave and the Redwoods finally dropped and I got to play it, that's when I realized why I was so excited. The atmosphere feeling straight out of a slasher movie, the map looking similar to my favorite MP map of all time, Fog, the contrast of colors between normal gameplay and Rave mode, and let's not forget the amazing Rave and house music that accompanied the Slaughterfest. This map ticked every box I have that makes a Zombies map a classic. The story of Rave is a simple one. The characters from Spaceland beat the aliens and get transported to Wyler's favorite movie to kill people on, Rave and the Redwoods. This map is currently home to the not-so-fat man Kevin Smith, and formerly his friend, Jay Muse. Now you may know these names if you've heard of a little movie called Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, or Clerks, or Mallrats, or basically any Kevin Smith film. Anyway, Kevin and Jay were put into the film after an argument with Wyler, with Kevin cast as the slasher. In the end, Kevin killed his friend Jay and was left in a state of amnesia by the time our characters arrived. While the story is really out there, especially towards the boss fight and after the boss fight, the quest was and always is a blast to play through with friends. Now let's start with the good things that Rave does. The bright colorfulness of Rave mode is used heavily during the boss fight, making it the coolest boss arena for any fight I've seen in COD Zombies, and on top of that, the boss fight itself isn't a bore to play through, nor is it difficult just to be difficult. The fight is structured into 3 stages: collect souls, damage the super slasher, and defend from skeletons and repeat until the super slasher is dead. The boss fight is a huge improvement over Spacelands, and more boss fights should look to Rave for inspiration. Now, for the map itself. It's a big map, ranging from a creepy main cabin to a Rave that is still raging on without a DJ, that has a rock climbing wall to quickly escape attackers, to an abandoned campsite, finishing up with a dock area with a boat leading the path, and a snack shack that has a park next to it. From the main house at spawn, there are 3 zip lines that act as a form of fast travel to each of the 3 areas. There are also 4 harpoon guns that you can unlock and upgrade, turning them into killing machines. One turns into dual-wielding trap setters, one turns into a discount thunder gun, one shoots lightning bolts, and one showers zombies in, well, acid rain, and is objectively the best of the 4 harpoon guns. The wall weapon selection has improved too. Spaceland primarily had ARs and SMGs on the wall with the occasional shotgun, while Rave introduces the KBS longbow sniper rifle, one of my favorite wall weapons of all time, the Reaver shotgun, which is insanely good for high rounds. The traps in this map are all fun to use, with you being able to utilize the Rave itself to kill zombies with the speakers, start a waterfall over by spawn, or use a discount flogger by the docks. Not to mention all the different items you can craft, with some returning from Spaceland like the window trap, with new items like a lawnmower, which acts like a placeable trap as well as a usable weapon by the player. This map also marks the first time that melee weapons are your starting weapons, with you starting with only your fists and having to find either a machete, golf club, spiked bat, or an axe to fend off the undead. These melee weapons can even be upgraded to increase damage for a longer time. Now with all of that good, there has to be a ton of bad, right? It's Infinite Warfare Zombies, and it has to be inferior to Treyarch, right newbie? Right? Right? Not really. And let me explain before you explode in anger. There are some bad things with Rave, but in my opinion, they don't outweigh the good, unlike later maps that you'll see in DLC. I want to start off with the biggest nerf to a weapon I've ever seen, thanks primarily to Greg FPS for showcasing it. The Smiley, the saw that the slasher uses, is a weapon you unlock after completing the Rave Easter egg and at launch was a god tier weapon. It could shoot saw blades at zombies and bounce off of objects and explode after a certain time, also damaging the zombies. The second ability was being able to use it like a melee weapon, which would have you mowing down zombies like a badass, and you can even kill the slasher with that too. That was until people started exploiting it, with the biggest channel I found covering it being Mr. Greg FPS. No hard feelings, Greg, but you are the one I saw first covering it. Can I get a ban for big honkers in the comments section, by the way? Just in case the Zombies Extraordinaire watches this. He may remember me from when he streamed that. Anyways, after the news came out about the Smiley being goated, the Zombies devs had to act fast to balance it. And in acting fast, they over-nerfed the weapon into the fucking ground by making each saw blade only able to kill maybe 1 or 2 zombies before taking another saw blade, effectively making the weapon about as useful as a starting weapon before you upgrade them. And at least the starting weapons can be upgraded, unlike the Smiley. Now with the biggest defender out of the way, let's talk about getting downed on this map. If you get downed across the map from your friends, you're most likely dead. You just kiss your ass goodbye, because they gotta run across the fucking world to get you, basically. If you don't want to visit the Afterlife arcade, you should bring some Fate and Fortune cards like Phoenix Up or Reanimation, just in case. The last downside to this map is the zombies sometimes getting stuck inside some of the valves at the Rave area and being unkillable while they're stuck, making you wait until they bleed out before being able to progress the rounds. But that's about it. With that being said, those negatives are really nitpicks, as the map itself, the map-specific wonder weapons, and everything else it has to offer absolutely smashes it out of the park. And in my opinion, my humble opinion, takes the cake as not only the best IW Zombies map, but the all-around best Zombies map in COD Zombies history. Yeah, I'm not an r/COD Zombies nerd that rides Origins cock, I know. It's hard to see Zombies as a fun game mode with friends if you're a Reddit user, and that's okay. Because a larger fan base outside of Reddit enjoyed Spaceland and Rave a lot, as I can still find lobbies on both maps today on console with people looking to have fun. Try doing that on Black Ops 3 Public Match without one person asking about the Easter egg. Spoiler, you can't. It legit isn't fucking possible unless you're playing Kino or Noct on Chronicles. Speaking of Chronicles, Shaolin Shuffle will be the next map I discuss here on the channel, so strap in for that. Thank you for watching. Do you agree with me about Rave being a masterpiece? Or are you Noah J456, who hates it for some fucking reason? Let me know in the comments section below, and let me know if you want me to continue this with Shaolin Attack and Beast. It would be super helpful. I hope you all are having a good day, and I'll see you all later.